Hello, and welcome back to the A Show with the Kings of Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am Justin, here with a special guest that we were going to introduce earlier or later, but I'm going to introduce him now because he had to run really quick. So Mon Breaker himself, the Sync are in sync. We're in sync with the Sync and Mon Breaker. Armon, what's going on?
We're here, baby, coming to you live from the land of the laid off. I am here. I am feeling good. It's a nice Tuesday, holiday week. So looking forward to family time and eating way more than I should. But most importantly, I'm always happy to be back on the A Show with my dog, the leader of In Sync, the Sync himself.
We In Sync. If you have not been in our Discord this year, then you'll know that this is one of the most powerful movements moving. All right.
Yeah.
It goes without saying. I don't want to get into the lore in here because that's you got to pay to get the lore. And listen, man, we're here.
Yeah, they missed a very eventful WrestleMania weekend where you made the offer to one guy.
Yeah. And
that guy turned it down, and then we had, another guy step up, and I've been happy to be invited into the mix. And yeah, we've been, handling business. A lot of tsunamis and spears have been handed out.
Yes. Tsunami, spears. Shout out to Sid, Bronze Sid, Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, has a, in our Discord, we have year-end awards. All right. And I'm just going to say it right now. Same as I would do in anyone. Sid deserves, far and away, he deserves a lion's share of these awards this year. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for the last 2 years, it's been A+ and Mark, and I think they've reached that era where it's like LeBron James could get the MVP every year, but with fatigue for the voters, you kind of want to see someone else rise up and get it. And I think Sid has stepped up and become the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander or the Luka Doncic or the Jokic of the Discord. He's making it a conversation where it's like, all right, if we're not going to award A+ and Mark, then this guy deserves. So I'm very happy to see it. I'm happy to see him. He's him and Bronson Reed are really rising up around the same time. It's actually crazy when you really think about it. But yeah, man, that's my guy. I'm very, very, very happy to have him within our ranks.
100%. Shout out to Sid. Before we get into it, we got a lot to talk about this week. But have you been seeing the Indian invasion? The Indian invasion on the timeline this week. What have been your thoughts about that?
I mean, we as a collective, we've been saying for a while, we know these niggas is not from America or the United States talking the way they talking about hip hop. And so to now see them have to come out and apologize for using the N-word and all of the other problematic stuff that they did, so y'all was the one saying that they not like us, but y'all not even like the us that you tried to portray yourself to be. So it's great.
My question: are they like us or not like us? Which one is it for real? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure that part out. So basically, obviously everybody knows what's going on, but it was an update on Twitter that showed people's locations, or at least where their accounts have been originating from. I think is kind of the better way to say that, where they're posting from, where it got created. Mostly because people were like, oh, well, this celebrity has one that's based in this. I'm like, yeah, that's because they probably have a company running their accounts. It's not it's not like these people who are literally spoofing themselves to be Americans and didn't think that they would get their comeuppance here. I think this is insane. All right. I think we've reached critical mass of just stupidity.
Yeah.
Stupidity, and I think a lot of it is it really shapes the discourse. It shows us why 2016 in politics happened, right?
Yeah.
and how that happened. But more than like people are laughing, like, and yeah, to be fair, it's funny, but it's also like really scary too.
Very, very. And it's also a little stupid too. Like, I don't know if you've ever tried to explain this to someone who's not on Twitter, but I've been having conversations with a couple of my people who have completely left the app, and they left like years before the rap beef and all that. So they've been away for a while. And so I'll sit there and try to explain some shit to them. And I'm just like, wait, like one, and I feel like I don't devote much attention to it. I don't really get into it on the timeline, but I'm aware of it all. But when you really boil all this shit down, it's just really stupid. Like really, really, really stupid. The way that the rap beef has galvanized the communities that it's galvanized, and the fact that it's had such lasting impacts. And then you get into the politics aspect of social media, and then you look at all the sports accounts and how they move and the things that they say, and wrestling, of course, like that's the one that's really thrown in our face the most, is these wrestling accounts. Like it's all just really, really fucking dumb.
And there's really like no reason for these people to be doing this, but it shows that it's like, no one will pay. Like, I guess the thing is, and I would love for somebody to interview them one day to figure this out. Like, is it the fact that like they feel like nobody who is American will clearly listen to what they're talking about? Like, is that the fear, or is that the reasoning behind it? Like, there has to be a reason that this is happening, is because this is like widespread. Like, this isn't like just a mistake. This is like hundreds of accounts. This isn't even just like doubles. Like, it's like people who are like acting like they're from America, saying the N-word, all of that stuff. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, truly some scary shit. I mean, I Bashar.
yeah, that one. Oh, I hate that account so much.
High Power.
Yeah.
High Power got caught out there, nigga.
Absolutely. Nigga had to apologize. That was nasty. That was nasty.
Twice. What the hell is wrong with you? Listen, man, if I get caught with my pants down in that way, I ain't apologizing to nobody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just disappear. I'm gonna be like, I was never here.
Bro, literally just leave. Like, tweet through it is actually the worst advice ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, like, oh yeah, just tweet through it. But no, you actually really should not tweet through it ever. And these niggas get so consumed in getting attention that they don't know how to have a normal reaction to a situation where like the attention you're commanding is actually not good.
Yeah. It's bad attention. You actually look ridiculous and stupid for doing this. And you pretty much like made yourself the main character. But that's also the thing too, Armon. They become the main character, and that is more enticing in my eyes. Like, when they become the main character, they're like, oh shit, I'm getting this attention. Let me make an apology. Let me try and capitalize on that. And I think that's the part that's sick about it, is that like, I don't actually think these people truly care about what they've done, about the people that they like may hurt or anything like that. Like, I think they don't care, and I think that it shows in the way they move.
Yeah.
But listen, if you're out there doing that, man, cut it out. We will find you. Yeah, we're already seeing what you're doing. But yeah, I gotta say, I'd be remiss to not welcome you to the gang. So come sit on the couch with me. How you feeling? I know it's crazy out here. We talked about it a month ago when you found out. But are you feeling good? I mean, it's a crazy, crazy world out here.
Man, it's crazy. It's already been a month. Like, it really feels like it happened last week. But, like we talked about that day, like I kind of maintain the same stance. Like, I feel good. I feel like I have the freedom to kind of do whatever. I've been just spending a lot of time doing shit I enjoy. Obviously, I had a trip to Dominica like the week after I got laid off, and then I just got back home from Miami yesterday. I finally started God of War Ragnarok, and that's been fun.
20 years later.
Yeah,
welcome.
I've loved it. So, I've been able to lock in on that, and obviously I still have the podcast going. So it's not like I have nothing to do. I'm not just sitting on my couch, just twiddling my thumbs. Like, I have things that are going for me, and like you told me 4 years ago, I think we talk about this every time I come on the podcast. Like, you told me a while ago to think about the pivot. And so I'm spending a lot of time thinking about the pivot and things that I'd be interested in, and kind of just casting my net far, far and wide. and seeing what bites. So I'm not expecting immediate results, immediate change. I know that this is a journey in the field that I'm in. It's very volatile,
Yeah.
but just keeping a positive mindset and just making sure that I really enjoy life in the meantime. Enjoy having this much time to myself. I don't think I'll ever have this much time to myself again until I retire. So we're really trying to take advantage of that. So it's been
trust me. I've had a lot of time. So you've got a lot of time too. Okay,
yeah.
you got a hell of a lot of time. But we got a lot to talk about this week in the world of wrestling. There was a pay-per-view over the weekend that I think Mills did watch, but I didn't. So I'm gonna attempt. Me and you were gonna attempt as two people who, because we got a lot to talk about. We got to talk about the AEW pay-per-view. We got to talk about SmackDown and Raw, and we have Survivor Series to talk about as well. I'm going to attempt to talk about them with as much of what I've heard and what I've seen as possible. Right?
You've probably seen more than me. I ain't watch a lick of that AEW. I feel like even if I was home this weekend, I still wouldn't have watched.
Yeah.
But I've seen clips. I saw the ending, and I kind of know a couple things that happened. So let's see how this goes.
Let's start with the ending here, right? We had Adam Page losing the world title to Samoa Joe in a steel cage match. I saw this. Mills sent me the tweet that Joe had won, and I said, I knew it. Mm-hmm. Like I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was what the outcome was going to be of this this title reign. Mm-hmm. It to me is something that I've been saying for a very long time on this very show, and it's that I don't believe that Adam Page is the guy. This is for the second time in a row, I think, Armon, he's gotten the title and immediately ratings sink. I mean, last time he got a title, he pretty much pushed out CM Punk. So like that was he was, to me, he's the catalyst in my eyes of the downfall of what was going on over there. Because they had so much momentum, and when he won the title, it was a great thing. He won the title. You had Bryan Danielson still there. You had a lot of people still, moving in terms of just like the audience perception just being so much greater than what it is right now. And then for the second one, it was the first week. It was, we're so fucking back. And then I was like, are y'all sure? Are y'all sure y'all so fucking back? I mean, let's just be real here. And then, record low ratings. He's in the storyline. What was the story? Kyle Fletcher was one of the storylines. So most of the time, he's not even like the biggest part of the show. Yeah. Most of the times. Record low attendance, all types of like really like, bad things that if anyone else in any other era was holding the title, they look at what they said about Shawn Michaels in the 90s when he held the title and everything was down. They looked upon that as something that was really bad. Yeah. And I think that people need to look at Adam Page in that same light. So him dropping the title wasn't a surprise to me. I actually, and again, I give AEW a lot of shit. I commend them for doing this. I really commend them for actually understanding that they had to make a change here.
Yeah, it's tough to recognize when something isn't working, especially when someone like Tony Khan is booking for the internet and Hangman Page is the guy that those people hail. Like, yo, his time is gonna come. Long-term storytelling. They love that long-term storytelling bar, and and the shit do not be fire. So yeah, I'll definitely give them credit for pivoting. Samoa Joe is once again there. All right, we got to get the title off this guy. So let's find someone who people like, someone who can talk, someone who can work. He'll be our transitional champion. And I just generally like Samoa Joe, so it's just cool to see him get another title reign.
Yeah, I mean he did it for NXT. He's done it for AEW twice now. You could call him transitional all you want, but he's the guy that when you want to reset, he's a big heel that you can base a story around and base a show around. I shudder to think why he was bleeding so much at the end of that match. I didn't watch it, but it's crazy. But it's like, again, I saw Meltzer say they need to be worried about the future, and giving it to Joe might be a bad idea. I'm like, bro, what future?
Yeah, who?
What fucking future are you talking about? Is the future in the room with us right now? Like, come on, that's not it. That's not it. It's really all about them trying to find a bankable star right now that they could really base this show off of. Kenny Omega is getting old, and he's all but saying that this is his last run in these interviews. And it's like it's not very clear who that next star could be. I know people say, "Oh, it could be Cal Fletcher. It could be this person." No, man. I think fans have pretty much seen what they needed to see from a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, especially the way AEW books, like they kind of speed run everything, so there's no intrigue in what the future could be because they'll kind of put the rocket on you, but you don't make it to the end of the mission. Like Ospreay, could go going as long as he did without winning the world title, and all the other game changers and quote unquote fire signings that they've had that have been overexposed. So yeah, I'm not really too moved by Fletcher either. Like who is the Braun Breaker over there? Who's the Javon Evans over there? Who's the Trick Williams over there? I don't know.
They would tell you that it's Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight and Nick Wayne. Who else? The thing is, Hook. Yeah, I mean, Hook was monumental in helping Joe win that title on Saturday. No, was it Saturday? It was Saturday night. Mm-hmm. That was he's now a heel again, and it's like I know people are like. I've seen people say like stop comparing him to Dom Mysterio. Like that was a disingenuous comparison. But I mean, disingenuous as it may be, it was disingenuous for the person who brought that up to say it. So we're not wrong for bringing it up again.
Yeah, nobody's safe from this you. So you got to eat that.
Like it just is what it is. You got to hold that. You got to hold that L. And I think a lot of people look at that and they'll be like, seeing what Dom is doing, facing John Cena on the Survivor Series card, and they're like, well, why couldn't Hook do that? And it's like, it's very clear why Hook couldn't do that because they have not properly, made Hook a factor in anything that they've really done, and other than this. And you see that already.
Yep.
So Adam Page's not the champion. I think this is again the runway for MJF to come back as a face or a heel. It doesn't matter. He does what he wants over there. Does the MJF title run sound exciting to anybody after his last year in the company?
I don't know, but I think the company might need it in terms of just having it on a name that gets some motion, on like legit motion on the internet, and even somewhat outside of the AEW bubble. Like MJF is one of those names that comes up when casual wrestling fans will talk to me about AEW. So yeah. I think just for the visibility of it all, he's doing movies and all this other shit. So I think that'll be a benefit to them. But man, this company is directionless, heatless. This is dark.
There might be some bright lights here. Chris Statlander defeated Mercedes Moné.
That's nice. That is something that I like.
Yeah, I like Chris Statlander. She's cool. I shudder to think, or I wonder what the purpose of the she can't win the big one story is. I don't think. Here's my thing with that. I don't think that's a storyline that we necessarily need to have with Mercedes, right? Like, who cares?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's like she can't win the big one. Just let her win it so we can get it over with. Because I don't think I don't think she has the emotional range to carry a storyline like that.
Yeah, and especially it's kind of disjointed because she got brought in as the CEO, as this superstar signing with all of this history and all of this, acclaim. And she's got 14 belts now, but for some reason she's unable to win the big one in AEW. Like it kind of doesn't really make sense to me. And they kind of like to take. It's weird. They'll put the rocket on some people, and they like to take their time with other people, but they'll take their time to the point where you don't even really care anymore.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to get to a point where when it finally happens, it's not going to hit the way that I think that they want it to hit.
Yeah, because I mean, ultimately, I think with Mercedes and the titles that she's won, it's just it doesn't make sense character-wise nor psychologically for her to be able to win all of these titles, including titles within this very company. Yeah. But what makes this other title so different? I don't get it. It has ceased to make sense to me how that is a thing that is a problem right now for her. It's like, just let her win it and then let her lose. She's gonna have to lose all these titles anyway. So are you saying that like this title is above all other titles in the world that she's won, including WWE, except for these, fucking quarter machine titles that she's holding right now? Like, is that the
State
idea?
Carnival belts.
Yeah, what? Because you got to look at it like, what are they trying to say, right, Armon?
Yeah.
Like, what exactly are they trying to say with her not being able to win it? Is that the AEW women's title is only held by the toughest woman ever? I don't know if a lot of people believe that.
Yeah.
I really don't know if a lot of people believe that. So I don't know, man. Like, it's just odd to me that they're taking this approach with it, but they're using it to put over Chris Statlander, which I think is ultimately it's a net positive. It's a good thing, right?
Yes.
But it's just odd because someone's gonna have to lose.
Yeah.
And like, regardless of what happens, someone's gonna have to lose this shit. So, what else did you have here? You had Jon Moxley tapping out to Kyle O'Reilly. What a push for this guy this year, eh?
Doing this after what we saw in 2021 in those Finn matches and him getting on the mic and just saying extremely corny shit. Like, yeah. I mean, actually that's par for the course with AEW, so I'm actually not shocked by it. But God bless.
Ricochet, aka somebody's GOAT, hashtag not mine, is the inaugural national champion, not NWA AEW national champion.
So they have a continental title, an international title, a national title now.
Yes.
They got all the diner names.
Yeah, pretty
for
much.
Belts.
Yeah, Waffle House got one.
Is this how you guys review AEW?
Yeah. Hey man,
when I'm not here, there's no parody, no.
Oh, come on. You act like there's parody when you are here.
Come on.
There's no parody. Just
I didn't watch it. So me and Armon are just attempting to figure out what's going on with this show.
I watched a little bit of it. It wasn't bad.
We've already gone through the big matches here. So
we'll running a little late, but I'm finally here. But I'm glad that you guys are at least covering AEW. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
At least take that approach to cover AEW. I just came in at the last bit of the Mercedes decision.
Yeah.
That you guys are actually talking about. And I agree for the most part. I mean, I don't see where it's going, but I feel like if AEW just in general had better direction, storyline, trajectory, all these certain things, that there is a story that you can tell. But what's happening right now is the fans themselves are convincing themselves that this is the story, that she can't win the big one, even though she has won every other one.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's an underdog story that's not really heelish. Like, the heel shouldn't be like, I can't really win the big, unless, like, you're like Chris Jericho or something, where you got to go like fully evil to really, really take it and like collaborate with like Vince McMahon and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, no, this is a strange turn of events.
Also, how is she an underdog when she steamrolled most of the division?
Exactly.
Including Chris. Yeah. Right. It's just it's a little tough to believe, but I fully believe that AEW fans believe that this is part of the story. So when she does eventually win, it's like, oh, she finally won the big one. I'm like, yeah, but she has 13 titles and she's beaten Chris before. It's not like this is like Tony, who she's never beaten before. This is Chris.
And to me, that's the story. Not that like she beat Chris 2 times already and she's there and they're not even and win losses at this point. It actually, to me, in a way, makes Chris look dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they'll turn Mercedes at some point.
I'm gonna tell you this right now: they're not gonna cheer her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is not a very face friendly company, so I fully agree, especially by the events of what happened in the main event. Did you guys talk about the main event?
Yeah, we did. We talked about the
All
main
right.
event with Adam Page
Okay.
and how he's not the
All right.
guy. He not
All right.
him. He not
He's
it.
not him. He's not him. It just is what it is.
He never will
I'm
be him. People were
yeah,
mad at me over the weekend because I said that.
but it's. I mean, I immediately wanted to say this is true, but I decided to pump the brakes a little bit. It is not false. It is. I think with Hangman Adam Page, to me, I mean, this is my hot take, right? And y'all are gonna flambe me. Like there are there are tiers to this, and he's not in the upper tier of AEW's greatest. He is in a tier right below it, which is serviceable, but you get things done, But I equate him to like, God, everyone's gonna flame me. His position, and I'm not saying talent level, I'm not saying skill level, I'm not saying all these other stuff like that. In terms of it, it's kind of like Seth. Hear me out. It's Seth in the way that incredibly good hand can contribute to the matches. People become invested in the ride, but ultimately it never things long enough for people to really stay on the journey. And I think there's a level higher than Seth on the WWE main roster, like in terms of like certain people who are draws, people who are, things. And then there's like the one right below who are like still strong. I put Seth, I put Triple H. In the AEW world, Hangman is in that like just below the most interesting people on this roster tier. And to be honest with you, Samoa Joe is below that one. So I'm confused about how he left over Hangman Adam Page in this instance.
I actually don't disagree. I don't disagree. I think that the Seth comparison, I think blinded by biases.
Okay.
People would look at it with Steph's tenure and what he's done, in the last 20 years. And I don't think that's what your point is. I think your point is that Seth has a very large mountain to climb. And in a lot of ways, you can look at how he was booked in 2014. He was kind of booked like Adam Page is booked in AEW for the past 6 years.
Yeah.
The difference is with that is that to some people, Seth's kind of opened up eyes. There are points in his career where Seth did kind of move the business. I mean, WrestleMania 40 year, Page has never had a year like that. But
I do think Page has he got to the point where he is because he was able to like do a little something. But I continue what you're doing because I know what you're saying, but like I think he was able to move a little something. It's just he's not able to move. He's not shaking the table.
He's not moving. You know what I'm saying? Like Seth. Like again, I don't agree. I don't disagree with what you're saying. But what Page's issue is that he doesn't have like other than like people on Blue Sky. He doesn't really move the general populace like that. And like anyone can see from the eye test that Hangman Adam Page can never have a Seth Rollins theme moment. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing about him everything about him other than the way he wrestles is very nondescript. He's just a character, and he wears jeans and boots. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's cowboy shit, man. I mean, he got at least that.
That's cool to edgy niggas. You know what I'm saying? But like, but by and large, that's not going to be cool to everybody. You feel me? So like, what are they? What are they doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are they hoping to achieve with him? They want him to be up to Kenny Omega's level. That's not going to happen. They want him to be up to Swerve's level. I mean, roughly not going to happen, even though they're not too far away either. I think
AEW is also full of people who would rather.
Oh my God!
Pull themselves down to the lower levels on purpose.
AEW's main eventers are a bunch of Seth Rollinses.
I mean, yes,
yeah,
you could say that. I mean, between Will, Swerve,
because Seth can't carry a company on his own, but with the help that he has, it elevates him.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying?
He's better because Punk, Cody, and Roman are there.
Yes, he's better beside them. Just like he was better beside Triple H. He's better beside Brock, better beside not Bray, but like all the other people. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I used to say that for Triple H back in the day because of everyone that he worked with, like the Undertakers, The Rock, the Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Mick Foley. Like he's better because of all of those other things. But when all of them left, shit was spooky. When Triple H was running Raw in 2002, 2003, it was like it was facing Kane, RVD, Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner. And shit was just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm rocking. I think
me too.
I think the company is really a bunch of like, who is like breakout star there? MJF, and then people are gonna lie to you. People are gonna lie. They're gonna say Mercedes Moné, she was in Star Wars that one time. Like it's like
I mean, I guess MJF to an extent. I think MJF is someone who goes out of his way to, at least now, he seems to be bitten by the acting bug. He seems to be in places where actual WWE talent are, instead of just like there 3 weeks later.
He comes back and says, "This shit is ghetto."
Yeah, shit is whack. I'm going away again. I got another movie to film. And to be honest with you, his creative at least, stops and starts with him. He don't really have to wait for nobody. They wait on him. You know what I'm saying? So I would say he's really the only one right now who's at least making a dent but like, also, how many people know MJF? Like, wrestling fans know MJF.
Yeah.
But like, does the world know MJF?
No. No.
You know, it just is what it is. But he may be working his way there. I don't know how many Netflix films will get you there. But he's at least working in that direction. You know what I'm saying? All these other dudes,
trying. A lot of them don't seem like they're trying.
Yeah.
But the company is full of people who genuinely love wrestling. Like, I think these people have no intention on crossing over or being bigger than any other thing. They just want to be really good wrestlers.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it.
I think we can leave the pay-per-view there, because we went over the biggest points of it. Bret Hart.
Oh, okay.
He's been on a tear. They just love interviewing this nigga.
I think he's easy to book.
He don't like Sheamus. He don't know who MJF is. So that's why I say niggas don't know who MJF is. He's like, he don't even know who that nigga is.
He don't watch AEW.
He don't like the Ric Flair's nut shot, uppercut nut shot. I'm like, damn, what does he like?
Himself.
Yeah, that's true. I just think people need to be a lot more discerning about asking Bret Hart shit, because they use him to pop a headline, and I think that it's easy to do so. But like his opinions aren't like different from anyone else's. They just hold more weight because people look at him as like a legend. But that doesn't mean he's right.
Yeah, I also don't think he's as invested in the product to be able to give a strong enough opinion on it as people would like to believe it is. I think he has this idea of who people are based on a few things that he's seen. I mean, I think his general feelings on Triple H is still from 30 years ago. It's like, what's that guy ever done? European champion, Intercontinental champion. You know what I'm saying?
Or will show up to SmackDown or show up to the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, yeah, it's WWE. You know what I'm saying? I think he's easy to book. That's why I'm saying he's easy to book.
Let's book him, bro.
Let's get him on the show.
Let's get him on the show, bro.
Let's get him on a show. No, I mean, he's great. I think with asking Bret is, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just confused. I really don't, I guess, pay attention to the things that he says.
He's like your uncle. He's just, all right, man.
Yeah, he's like, all right. Well, of course he's gonna say that. But old NBA dudes say that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Triple A, big news came out today. Starting in 2026, Triple A will be on Fox Mexico. Listen, man, they let me do whatever I want to do over there. We about to be on Fox. So
it's getting nasty.
Fox, WWE, they just left WWE, and now we're gonna be on Fox. So who said that? Was it Swerve Strickland or was it Mr. Iguana?
That's funny as hell.
Who said it?
You know who damn well said it. You know who damn well. I had to look it up because I'm sure. I was like, wait a minute, isn't AEW on Fox in Mexico? But it's apparently two different Foxes in Mexico.
Yes.
AEW's in Fox Sports Mexico, and this will be on, I believe, Fox One, Fox Deportes. Like, where are we going with this? I mean, Fox turning it up. You know what I'm saying? They said we want all that shit.
This rounds the corner, though, Meals. This rounds the corner, and this is the reason this is a big deal is that WWE is now ingratiated in almost every major platform. You know, mergers notwithstanding, in America, in the world, they are on Universal, they are on Netflix, they are on Fox, they are on Tubi's a part of Fox, and you know, Paramount to come, soon come. You know what I mean? Like the WB in some way, shape, or form soon come. But this is insane. I mean, ESPN look is also huge. That there could be a possibility that AAA could be on ESPN. It's gonna be very tough come the next TV renewal deal or whatever happens for any other wrestling company to even come close, right?
Yeah.
So with this, it's like not only are they strengthening AAA, but you'll see they're already like more like look at who's on the cover of this whole thing, like Mr. Iguana, Dom, Lola, who hasn't even touched main roster, Lola on the front of this shit. Like they clearly want Lola to be like AAA's big female star. You know what I mean? And that's someone that could come on main roster, NXT, anything. Like, how are we feeling now that? And I know we've talked about this before. There was a I guess it was like a TED talk or something that Triple H was like. Remember he put up the glow like the map of NXT Europe, NXT Japan, all that shit. Like that universe, that universal type thing that they're trying to build almost 10 years ago. It's happening now. Like there is like a WWE universe where if you only watch AAA, you know that's completely possible. If you only watch this, it's like comic books. You know what I mean? Like you could just stay in one world and not leave it, or you could watch the whole thing. Well, how do you guys feel about that coming together like this now?
I think it's awesome. I've really enjoyed the AAA partnership. I know so many of my friends like will go down to like Mexico and they'll send me videos of them at AAA shows. And now it's like, yo, my friends might go down there and see like Dom Mysterio wrestling or see, you know, the Wyatt Six wrestling. And so expansion is always cool, man. It's dope. It's just dope. That's really all I got.
Yeah. I think it's dope. I don't really have like any like real investment in it just mentally. I think it's cool to do. I think it's again the world domination of WWE. I mean, they're covering every corner, every land, plane, language, everything with rather like I'm interested to see. The only place they really haven't broken in like another like major large market is Japan, and I feel like they won't let them. They were like, tough break.
But I mean, we can unpack that. Like the reason that there's a logjam with Japan is that like the AEW thing, but it's like you think about the way that stuff like the Tanahashi last match is being reported and being talked about, where you have Tanahashi saying something completely different from what the American journalists are saying and what Tony Khan even is saying. I think there's more smoke to that fire. You know what I mean?
But do you think WWE would ever own an entity in Japan, like own a Japanese promotion, similar to what they've done with AAA?
I look at Pro Wrestling Noah, and I look at fucking New Japan, and I say if one of them are up to be purchased, they're gonna do it. They're gonna smell blood in the water. I don't think anything's out their own possibility for TKO. They'll take out those loans to do that shit. I think they will.
It definitely wouldn't surprise me.
Exactly. I think if it's the case of if we do this in Japan, they're a lot more open to working together than a CMLL or a AAA are. Then it could possibly happen. There was Pro Wrestling Noah people in the G1, and I think they continue to do that. You know what I mean? If there's a way to unite all of it under that flag, they'll do that, because the idea is that like WWE becomes like the NFL, and it just takes or the MLB, and it takes all teams into its umbrella. Then you never stop. It becomes Legion. It becomes its own thing. I think that's what we're seeing. And WWE is one of the first people to really fuck with the consolidation game, and that's what the world's going into now. Everything's being consolidated onto, and I think this is just the first step. Really, big move. But I worry about where AEW has to go, because now they're in a corner. They're stuck in a corner right now. Rather,
I think Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough for AEW to kind of really move forward. I mean, I think worst comes to worst, he'll have to pay for something to broadcast his own show on. But as long as there continues, even the smallest media company, you know what I'm saying? Someone that wants to promote Sling TV, I don't know, some shit. It was just like, yo, we need live sports and an audience. Like, I think they'll be fine. It's just that the biggest entities are becoming slowly unavailable. So they need, and the worst thing they could have done was during negotiations turn down CW for ROH,
Crazy.
or
Not even mention CW.
yeah, or turn down pretty much all other suitors for these things. Like, why couldn't? I mean, Tony Khan stresses about the relationship that he has with WBD, which God knows how many more days they have on that
Yeah,
before.
the WBD, the actual first offers are supposed to happen in a couple of days here in Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see kind of like, I mean, I'm sure you can build new relationships with other people, but it's going to be tough moving forward, based on the value that they have and the value that WWE offers. You're comparing the value of WWE of the value to AEW, and you're saying, I can only really pay for one.
And also, not, we got to talk about relationships too. I mean, WWE has a relationship. More than likely, Ari Emanuel, TKO has a relationship with Ellison, who is at Paramount, who is attempting to buy WBD. And if worse comes to worse, it's like, if you want to work with us, you can't have this. You can't have them here. Like there's definitely a connection there.
You heard about that Rush Hour 4 thing?
Yeah, it's crazy. Do we need it? No. Like people like celebrating this shit. Do we need it? No. And even if for the reasons that it's happening are even more sinister, so we for sure don't need it.
Yeah, it's just it's crazy. But to think that stuff like that couldn't happen, you know what I'm saying? We don't need them on this network. Tell them find a way to another network or something along those lines.
That's how it's happening, right? Like that's literally how it's happening. It's like, nah, tell them to leave. That could happen to AEW, and I stress to people, and I really stress and I pray that their fans can really get their head out of the sands about what the tea leaves are reading right now, because it's not good. Like, you could talk about ratings and all of this other stuff that you want to. That does not affect what WWE is doing right now because of relationships that they've built. Like, it just doesn't matter to them.
Yeah, the idea that, and I think there's this idea that like Alvarez and Meltzer is like, wrestling ratings are down across the board. So it's like, you better hope if they did negotiations for all of wrestling last year, everyone would be in trouble. And it's like, realistically, one is going to be way more in trouble than the other. Let's just keep it a buck. Like, one still averages over 1 million things. One still has a social footprint that is massive. One is still a culturally embedded in American in American sports and entertainment. And one is like 5 years old that's still come up. Like, it's by far more pertinent and more important for AEW to start performing better in the ratings, and the only way they're going to do that, they think that they can have great matches, they can provide great television, and they can provide great value with live attendance because they sell their tickets for $35 or $60 or whatever if it's a pay-per-view. They need to heavily focus on how do we bring someone, and my thing is that any business will tell you need to invest in someone who can help turn the ship around in another direction, whether that creatively, let's say how it's presented, or at least how we see it, to make it feel cool, to make it like some sort of, I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily creative director, but it feels like they need that, to be honest with you. Tony Khan is as much as we said about Vince McMahon and him being kind of like out of touch, Tony Khan is out of touch in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know what makes businesses in 2025 tick in the way they do. Every small victory is like, yeah, we got him. But it's like, let's let's make this shit cool again. You owe it to the people that work for you, and you owe it to the people that are watching your television to continue to be here for 10 years. And what's stopping them? While WWE and being in a comparable to them, I'm assuming is the goal. What's stopping you from looking 5 years down the line and you're TNA?
Yeah. I mean, that's another aspect of it too, y'all. Like, we didn't even brought up TNA. The rumor right now in the rumor mill is that A&E or companies like that, or AMC is looking at TNA. AMC, which is losing, I think they're losing one of their Walking Dead shows. The Daryl Dixon show is going to be gone by next year. They're looking for content that they can run all year instead of their like Halloween marathons and Christmas marathons. Like, AMC is a barren wasteland for most of the year. TNA could realistically take over that channel and get the higher ratings than like Breaking Bad was getting at the end of it. Or I'm sorry, not Breaking Bad, but Better Call Saul. But, Better Call Saul was not like a ratings winner at AMC, but it was their last big prestige show. TNA could outdo that.
Listen. But look at how far they had to kiss the ring in order to do that, in order to get the way where they wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? As wrestling continues to bring ties back up, ultimately it's not the same for everybody. And AEW in 2026, as in a couple of weeks, we'll look at 2025 and see kind of like how their business is done. In 2026, they really need to focus on not just making compelling stories, but making the television as compelling as possible. Not even compelling story. I wouldn't even say that, because they don't really create compelling stories, to be honest with you. They have stories. I think that's they're kind of there, but they really need to focus on making compelling story and pushing the talent that they've needed to push for the past 2 years that they refuse to push. If Will Ospreay's got 4 more years in the business, you better make it the best 4 years possible.
Yeesh. Speaking of compelling, let's get through SmackDown and Raw before we get into Survivor Series. A lot of moving parts happening over the past couple of weeks on both shows. The War Games teams were finalized on Friday and last Monday, but especially on Friday on SmackDown, with AJ Lee joining the women on SmackDown and Becky Lynch joining the women as well. I thought a pretty effective segment, other than like having to cut it off right before the handshake. I didn't even see the handshake. My TV cut it off.
Yeah, that was really confusing for me. Literally, like, they grabbed hands and then it was like a commercial or something, and then moving on to the next show. So that threw me off. But definitely a really good segment.
Yeah, what it went over time.
They've been doing that a lot on SmackDown too.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I'm so confused. Like, everyone was in the ring at 9:54. I'm like, y'all know y'all got 4 minutes, right?
And they talking, and I'm like, the bar was like minuscule on my shit. I was like, guys.
And then suddenly it's like, no. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about entrances. Just get out there.
And then AJ she looking. I'm like, AJ, run, run to the ring.
How did we? I guess this Drew McIntyre and Cody thing is also continuing as well.
Yeah. I'm not done with you. Hey, Cody barred up. I'm sorry, Armon. He barred up.
Hey, man. No, it was a fantastic promo. I can't hate on it.
It was hot. It was a hot promo. Wait, but how Drew is constantly on the show week to week while being suspended, to me is just also maybe a suspension of my belief. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't show up to school and just be outside waiting for your niggas to get out.
I was never suspended from school. Never. I don't know what I would do if I was. That would be crazy. And they also had in-house suspension where they'd leave you in the school, and you just couldn't have fun with your friends. You would just sit in a classroom, and they'd bring your lunch to you. It was jail.
Yeah, really nuts in hindsight. Like,
yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, because the room they left us in had like no windows or anything.
Yeah, you New York niggas deserve that. Yeah, continue.
So this was part one of a double tape show. So SmackDown is already taped for next week. So if you want to avoid the spoilers, I mean, at this point, if you haven't seen it, you probably will never will at this point. But we had Ilya Dragunov retains against JD McDonough. JD, a surprise, showing up on SmackDown just to get whooped.
He's been working. There's something up because they're like he's been working more often than usual. Like he's been like the Iron Man on both shows. Him and Melo.
He's been good. He's been good. I think JD, interesting to see what happens like post Judgment Day, if that thing ever exists. Like, I don't know if there'll ever be a post Judgment Day. I think we'll just live in a reality with Judgment Day in it for the rest of our lives.
If the Judgment Day is gone or dies, then I'll know the world is over. Then I know the rapture.
Yeah,
because we don't die, we multiply, and this shit's gonna get.
What if you went to JD McDonough Twitter profile and the location was New Delhi, India?
Let me look it up right now. Hold on, let me see. Can I take a look just in general? JD, I don't know what his Twitter name is. Oh, JD McDonough. Yeah, there you go. Let's look.
Brother.
It says account based in the United States.
Okay, all right.
Even more surprising.
You got away with it this time, bitch.
That's even more surprising to me. How long he been here?
You looking for his papers, Meals? Damn, Malcolm Meals is here.
Show me your visa, nigga.
Yeah, it says United States App Store. I'm like, all right, when you just created Twitter in the United States. Let's see who else did fun things on SmackDown.
Oh, we had the 5-on-5 promos. We had the Last Time Is Now tournament matches on the show as well. Again, with no brackets, it is very hard for me to recap these matches.
Well, we got brackets now. We had brackets now.
Kinda.
Niggas like didn't show them.
I know they did show them.
They showed them yesterday, yeah, but not like
Friday. Yeah. Oh, yeah, not on Friday. Okay, all right, we still on Friday. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
You're on Monday? Okay, bet. Let's go.
It took me a second to remember what the other match was. It was Penta Finn.
Yeah, Penta Finn. Yeah, Penta Finn, which was like house show match. Yeah,
it was solid. It was all right.
How do you feel? Carmelo Hayes got the win over Bronson Reed. I was surprised, but Carmelo Hayes' Twitter is
we did it,
celebrated. Yeah, essentially. I'll take it.
We didn't believe in us.
I hit a smooth. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? The count on win.
The hashtags,
nigga. He moves forward. Penta moves forward. And then I guess SmackDown. That was kind of it for SmackDown. Wait, I mean, it's taped. Nothing makes me more upset than a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match with commercials, and it's also taped. But it might help out my network TVs because I have no idea how at least 3 of them are going to actively compete against people on this show.
Yeah, I saw the spoilers, and it's what you expect, and the ending could be cool.
Yeah,
it could look cool. I think people will be really not happy with it, but I think the ending has a really cool image.
Come on, man! Thanksgiving, post Thanksgiving SmackDown.
Yeah,
it's just life.
I don't know why, but yeah.
I'm shocked you guys don't want to talk about Jade Cargill and Chelsea Green talking backstage.
Oh, you know what? They didn't have it on the YouTube page for obvious reasons, potentially. I don't know. They just spliced all the women's segments together, kind of low key.
I saw somebody say that Julia needs to ask for her release. I said, "Nigga, what in this economy?"
I know where she would go.
Yeah,
she would be TBS champion. But she already got she done too much work in the United States. I don't know if I would just let her go back unless they're like her hair braiders over there or something.
She's not going back. She is not asking for her release, bro. Y'all need to relax, bro.
Hey man, listen. It's she will things will turn around for her. But right now, this Jade and Chelsea Green situation to me is baffling. to say the least. This reeks of no direction on this roster, because not only did they lose everybody that they lose when they moved over to Monday Night Raw, but now they've also used Bianca Belair. Apparently, Tiffany is just gone in the ethos to never be seen again.
I mean, she deserves PTO. So like, if like they should have been prepared for her to take time off if that was the case.
So now it's like, damn, we got no one for Jade. Chelsea. Chelsea Green?
Well, is that
you?
If you look at the spoilers, to me,
Chelsea pitched this shit. That's what it looks like to me.
Well, to me, it looks like they're going a different direction with Chelsea. That it's not hard to see why they would, considering everything that we've seen. Like, the thing is, and I've said this in the chat before, it's like what's lost on all of us is that she actually gets reactions every single week. So like, we can hate it all we want, but like, whatever the fuck she's doing is fucking working. It's working.
Pitching, man. Just great pitcher. Just great for the business. So I mean, that's SmackDown in a sense.
But I do think that it says a lot that like women that aren't like the women that main evented were a bunch of women that like aren't on the show, but also women that aren't in the title orbit. So it's like, does someone just not want to work Jade? I guess I don't know.
I mean, they call up a number of people. You know what I'm saying? JC Jane's NXT champion again. I mean,
well, we know why she's NXT champion again. We know why she's NXT champion.
What do you mean?
Because
she's great.
Never ever being called up. Called up, Meals.
I disagree. I highly disagree.
You could disagree. She is never being called up.
Actually, another question I want to ask you. I was on War Report last week. I would definitely want to ask you guys a question though. Have you seen someone as protected as Sol Ruka is?
No.
On NXT?
No. They did a full month-long storyline where they faked an injury so she didn't take a fucking clean pin to Blake Monroe.
And yeah, she still doesn't. I mean, she doesn't take a pin to lose the title. She has 2 titles. She loses them. This is a Mercedes level grift. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested what she's going to do with 13 of them. You know what I'm saying? How many towels can be thrown in at this point? How many legs can be broken?
She's going to come in doing a headstand. It's all of them.
Right. Just I had to relinquish the title for this. I'm sure she's relinquishing 8 titles at the same time. Especially if she wins the AEW World one.
The thing with Sol is that I actually see the path for her to go up to the main roster. And Javon, honestly. But I think they got to...
Do you see it sooner than later, or do you think that they'll be given an NXT run proper?
I think that's the thing. I think they're speed running their NXT title wins. Because people were really upset last week, and this is NXT Gold Rush talk, but people were really upset that Javon and Leon didn't win the tag titles. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, so that means he's definitely going to be in Deadline, because I've been saying on the show for weeks that like I think that they're having him do a side story, a side mission. Mm-hmm. But I think they've actually pushed it up now ever since that Raw match. I think they want him on the main roster now.
Yeah. It feels more clear than ever. Like, this is just your typical kind of, just do this in the meantime, and then once Iron Survivor comes, like that's when we really getting this shit cracking.
Yeah.
Do you see it as a path of like? Because I could also see it as they want more eyes on NXT. So when he does become champion, people are fully invested in running with NXT. Yeah, I could also see it as that.
Yeah, it's not an ends to a means for sure. Not by any stretch of the imagination that is it an ends to a means that it's like that. It's like he's going to win. Like, I believe him and Sol will win the titles, but you have 2 built-in storylines there with Sol having the championship and then having Zarya be her first challenger and having that be like the summer program or whatever. And then having them move up, and then having Javon, in my eyes, to me, the thing that will solidify Javon's run at NXT isn't the title so much as it is him beating Oba and Trick, and then eventually beating Ricky and winning the title at some point. But like, to me, those are the things he has to do before he leaves, to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, he's probably not going to have a long NXT title reign. It'll kind of be like Steph, where she got that moment with the 2 belts, lost to JC, and then she went right up. Like, I can see Javon maybe a month, 2 months.
I can see it. Yeah. I can see it at all. Over the weekend,
they let Javon do the RKO. Like that's dead ass his finisher. Like he's there.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, they tease the Lucha Brothers are reuniting in AAA to challenge Dirty Dom and El Grande Americano.
Don't do this to me, bro.
And potentially what we see from Monday Night Raw is, who knows if they, I mean, he looked fine-ish. I mean, it looked like it hurt, but...
I believe PWI said that it wasn't super serious. It popped out of place.
If it popped out, it's a wrap.
He tried to put it back into place or something. Hold on, let me find the exact.
Yeah. Because if it popped out, you can attempt to rehab your shoulder.
Keep going.
But it will more than likely pop out again.
Yeah.
So really, the only way to solve this is surgery. I learned that going through the Julius Randle debacle of 2023 for the New York Knicks, which we never saw him again afterwards.
And we saw it earlier this year with Liv, and she had a history of shoulder injuries. So I think,
For sure.
They were very careful. It was like, nah, you gotta go get surgery on that. So
yeah, I see. So it was an insider. But the idea, what I got from what I read this morning, I can't find it, but was that like he could be fine, but they're gonna do tests.
Yeah, I would imagine they would like. I mean, he's no longer in the tournament. It's the end of the year. He don't really have to be on the show if you don't want to. But the only thing that matters is the kind of AAA jazz. So it'll be. Yeah, I don't see anything on it. Usually, one of these pages are thirsty to. Let me see Wrestle Talk. Wrestle Talk.
Wrestle Talk. Or where are they from?
They'll aggregate. Let me look it up. They'll aggregate the entire fucking article.
Bro, their tweets be long as shit, dog. That shit is so annoying.
Bruh, just show more and it's like, whoa, show less, please. Let's see. Nothing yet on Penta. But Phoenix, no stranger to just having some other dude tagging with him out of nowhere.
Andrade, Jimmy Uso.
Andrade.
But the idea or the rumor is that he was going to lose anyway. So
yeah,
Solo got a day off.
Shout out to Solo.
He
hey man, and then so next week is going to be Solo versus Gunther, and I saw a tweet about it because they already had this match in NXT 2.0, and I'm like, listen, everybody remember their roots, man. In NXT 2.0, where it all began.
Okay.
Monday Night Raw kicked off with, I think Quan said it best on Twitter, that Roman Reigns is the most baffling character.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. There's nothing you can get me to say or do to possibly explain what the fuck they have him saying. It is so clear to me that he is writing his own shit or doing his own shit because he doesn't follow any rules of any other characters. And you saw that in this promo.
Yeah.
He shows up, Cody interrupts him, and Cody's immediately like, so if you're going to be on this team, there's some rules you got to follow. Then Punk shows up, and I'm like, oh, okay, the two champions, looking at Roman, they probably wanted this image. Roman looking at these two, because at the end of the promo is like, what does he said?
That title would look better on me.
Right. And they're like, but who?
He said, I'm not talking about. I'm like, what?
You went into Rumble, bro.
But it's so clear that it's Punk that it's like, it's not going to be Cody. They're not running that back because they're
but why would you get that off?
I don't know why he would say that. I'm not bugging, right? It's clear that his beef is with Punk, so it's like it's not going to be Cody.
I'm not surprised he said that. Like that almost feels like one of those breadcrumbs that like Triple H would plant to kind of get, because we are close to Rumble season, so like I'm not surprised. Like I could see this very thing happening again in February after the Rumble if Roman happens to win.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that he dropped a line like that, but it was just so Roman though.
But it's just because you showed up. Like no one asked him to show up, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, he said he went on on X in the morning and said, "I'm kicking off Raw." Like, all right.
Yeah, but even before that, I'm talking about MSG last week. Like, no one asked him to show up to be part of the team.
Yeah.
He just shows up, and we
Especially,
were like, okay,
because he came to help the niggas who he said he didn't want to see until Christmas.
Like, who's writing? The thing is, the thing is that people will say this is a creative and a writing problem. I'm like, just be clear. There are no other characters on this show that are this inconsistent. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone is fairly on this show, like, fairly consistent to how they behave and how they act. No one is more inconsistent than Roman Reigns is weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, I'm just like, what? All right, sure. Moving on from there, they had the Last Time Is Now tournament. We had Gunther defeat Carmelo Hayes. You know what I'm saying? The Carmelo Hayes experience. The Truthers had a great 3 days.
Then they say, well, you know what? Ain't nothing to hang our head at about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But they were very much, I mean, this is how pro wrestling works. It's like, I think Carmelo could win.
Oh God.
Because you think Boston, the whole John Cena would want to give the opportunity to Carmelo. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, sure. We've known it's Gunther for months.
That's, as Mark would say, sound good.
Yeah. And then, of course, we talked about the injury to Penta versus Solo Sikoa. Mm-hmm. The referee ends up throwing out the match and awarding it to Solo Sikoa. So he advances. We have no idea on the status of Penta at this point. Hopefully he's well. Hopefully nothing serious. Because the Lucha Brothers versus Dirty Dom and El Grande Americano.
Wait, is LA's mystery opponent match next Monday?
No, it's on Friday.
Oh, fuck, I do know who it is now. Yeah. Y'all, yeah, go ahead and rev that YouTube up. I just remember who it was.
Listen. I'm just confused that nothing happened on this show to be like, oh, yeah, we're missing a guy.
Oh, man.
They didn't do anything. They was like, oh, Sheamus has died in an accident. No, not that. Injured off screen. As he was kicking ass last week, he got injured off screen. And
that leads me to believe it may be legit then, if he wasn't even on the show.
I mean, who knows? Yeah. I hope his mystery opponent didn't get injured on SmackDown. And that's why he wasn't on this show. Because that would be crazy. How do we feel about the Dominic Mysterio promo?
I thought it was fine. I saw what like people have been saying about it, especially what Meltzer said about it, saying it was like outdated and shit like that. I have more of a problem with segments like that when they spam them every 6 months like Vince did. I don't think this was like really Vince in tone. It was just very much to get like, it's very like, I find that creative is having a very hard time with getting people to boo Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
Like, that's generally what I feel the reasoning behind that whole thing is like, we can't get this motherfucker booed. Let's come up with a way that we can make that happen. And that was their way of doing it this week. You know, your mileage may vary on if it was successful, but I thought that it did succeed in getting Dominic Mysterio booed because of the Cena tease. And it might not happen Saturday, but they have to make him going into this match be a heel, ultimately.
Yeah. I fully agree with you. I just, Little John Cena. I was like, oh, okay. All right, we're doing this again. I think we've run out of ideas up this point.
That shit was funny, bro. Especially having Stu, having a mini Stu.
The Stu part was a taste of brilliance that I don't even think Vince would have been able to think of.
Right,
like at his peak of having the fake Stu. That's just me though.
That was hilarious. It was a callback to the shit that we came up on, and like I completely agree. Like, you don't overdo stuff like this. Like, you don't have Hornswoggle be an on-screen character for like 6 years. Like, you do this once, and then you give us some time to breathe, and then you run it back. Like, I thought it was a cool nostalgia type thing.
How nice of a guy is Rey Mysterio to help a person who is clearly mocking his friend John Cena. He runs down to the ring and he's just like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Bro, what?" he's openly mocking your man.
He was paid for this.
Yeah. Get out of here.
More Big Cass kicked the little person mad hard.
Of course. Do I?
Was,
the greatest moment of his career, potentially. Rey Mysterio defeats JD McDonough. Assuming this will eventually, we're heading towards Rey Mysterio versus Dominic at some point, right?
There was a line that somebody didn't stick to the plan from Dom, I think. So there was a little bit more. There was a little bit more seeds to him not being on the same page with Judgment Day this week.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, but the Judgment Day experiences. We just flying by the seat of our pants.
I cannot believe, because if Liv was still here, they'd be broken up by now. I cannot believe that they managed to keep them as a team this long.
I can. I mean, I don't know. I never felt like Judgment Day would be. I didn't think they would kick him out and they would be like a la Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley type vibe. I just always thought they'd kick Finn out and then become good guys for kicking Finn out, or Finn would start like Judgment Day black and
they're technically like it is impossible for them to be good guys now because they have to kick Dominic out. Like Dominic has to be the guy they kick out now. So
yeah, it's kind of true.
But yeah, JD McDonough versus Rey Mysterio, a pretty solid match. JD McDonough, he's a real worker. You had the promo of all the War Games women, which I thought was pretty effective as well. And Becky still clearly being afraid of AJ Lee.
Well, you haven't talked about how Becky's character is fully transformed.
Oh, she's 45, 47.
Yeah. She is taken on. And if there's anything that this terrible person's presidency has brought upon, it's comedy. Inspired comedy. It has been inspired for the last like decade and a half at this point, however years he's been in this goddamn office. Great promo by her. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved her saying that she was the one who put the team together, and everybody's faces was just like, wait, what?
Kyrie, I saved your life. Your life.
Deep cut mention also from her.
My brain. I'll never forget that, man. I was like, Charlotte, put her down. She's hurt. Meanwhile, she's going for the most aggressive power bomb through a table. Because she's just running on pure adrenaline. Either way,
it's Park Charlotte right there.
Speaking of Charlotte, I want to continue with this segment that we do every week. Seemingly, what's Charlotte wearing this week?
Oh no! Oh god!
It's a denim jean jacket and baggy pants, but seemingly
it's a little turned down compared to what we're used to. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but the are they mirrors? Are there artwork?
It looked like mirrors all over her.
I need to see. All right, what's the account that has all the fits, the diva fits? All right, I can't find it right now, but when I find it next week, I'm just every week is a different adventure with Charlotte Flair, and once this eventual Jade feud comes up, it's just gonna even look more ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So. We'll see what happens there.
Because Jade's got an injury on her eye that no one even talks about on SmackDown, and she just be having it.
Yeah, man, she talks about it. It's part of her lore in her head. You know what I'm saying? Jade be doing some. I was like, baddies on the timeline. Aren't you a heel? Like, this is nothing. They don't even write that in the script. I'm sure she's trying to integrate. It's like, yeah, I want some baddies in the front row. I'm like, baddies? What are you, Scott Steiner? Get the fuck. What are you talking about? Go kick the shit out of Chelsea Green. And hurry up. Maxine Dupree, new Intercontinental Champion. She's got a lot of threats. It was like that one SmackDown video game commercial. The one where
we're seeing it. Yeah,
Brock walking through the locker room is like every corner is a different. You see like Chris Benoit shaking out his wrist and shit.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
John Cena with I forget if he was with women or he was just Dolo. And then it all ends with like Tori Wilson in panties and a bra is like, next you're gonna face me. And like, SmackDown, here comes the pain, coming to now with diva matches, or something ridiculous like that. So you know what, Maxine has a lot of contenders. Ivy Nile has returned from,
bruh. That's what I was like. Oh yeah, Becky don't got the title no more for sure.
yeah,
When she
because
popped
Ivy Nile popped up. She seemingly, I don't know if she's just on her own journey. She seemingly is not like American Alpha out.
well, it's not lost on me that like once they started announcing that Gable was on his road to recovery, that she appears on the show next week. So I'm pretty sure he's on the way back.
There we go. The main event match, the at War Games Advantage match, which Advantage kind of like you got 4 more minutes of beating someone down. Like, War Games Advantage match, the Usos versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. I love how this match came together, of how the Usos ingratiated themselves, because after the scathing promo that Roman Reigns finished off with, suddenly Roman, Cody, and Punk are just backstage with hands in pockets talking to each other.
Let's fix it. I'm like, when is he ever gonna come up and like when is he ever gonna slip on some doo-doo ever? Like, bro, like
he's never slipping on doo-doo, bro. It's him who's gonna doo-doo, and everyone else is slipping on.
Yeah, they're gonna slip on. You're gonna slip on my shit now. Like Roman, I'm close to saying unearned level of confidence here. Hasn't had a great match.
Oh my god! So they're hanging out backstage for some reason, not asking further up questions about what this is, and then Usos come up like, "Yeah, man, War Games Advantage match. That's all me." You know what I'm saying? So they do that, and then we get to the other backstage thing where they're, I guess, the team bad guys are in the war room. The Legion of Vision is where they're at, and he's telling Drew McIntyre like, "Yo, Drew, chill. The only reason you're here is because da 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 da, and I can only really have you here if you start having matches. So we're gonna have a tag team partner for you." And then Logan figures out that it's him. So we set up the main event for tonight. I like a good setup for the main event. It is what it is. Second Raw without Rusev is a little concerning, but we are
okay.
We are moving in a direction. He'll be back. He's still in the tournament, unlike Carmelo. The Usos versus Drew McIntyre thing. I forgot who won. Who won this match?
The heels won.
Okay.
Logan rolled up Jimmy.
So the heels came. The heels won. Not without chicanery, of course. You had to see the Bronze show up.
It ended the way that you probably think that it was going to end.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I wanted this. I wanted the SmackDown 2001 ending, so we could kind of replace that in our brains of aggregated content.
We got that with the LA Knight Cody. Remember that finish from earlier this year where they all came out? That was like one of the best ends of the shows in a long time.
Finisher spam.
Yeah, they did finisher spam on that one. Do you remember that one, Armon? When it was like Cody, LA Knight? I can't remember if it was SmackDown or Raw.
Cody, LA Knight. Was it during? We got to figure out this match. You also talking about this New Mexico show that apparently happened.
A lot of people remember the New Mexico show. It was
Logan. Remember it happened. I don't know.
It was actually Omaha that I was referring to, but the New Mexico crowd was also really, really good that night.
Okay, all right. Well, it gets crazy outside. And the heels win the match. So they win the match. It's getting crazy. Roman Reigns shows up to even the odds a little bit. And then, I don't know if you know this, but Brock comes out and slips on Roman's doo-doo.
I'm like, bro,
and that was me.
I'm allowed to make shit to look cool, bro. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair. Like, he needs to have some sort of punishment or like comeuppance for something that he's ever done, bro. I don't get it, bro.
Brock comes out. Did they leave it in the clip? They sure did leave it in the clip.
You kind of got to leave it in the clip, though.
Between this and ripping his pants, what has happened to Brock?
He's too old. He's too old, and This is what happens when you're washed, man. We about to see how washed he is this Saturday, though.
Well, Armon, what do you think about this entire go home incident to Monday Night Raw?
Brock falling was the funniest shit that I've ever seen. That was incredible, and he handled it like such a G. Just get up, laugh it off, put your cowboy hat on, Braun, and go kick some niggas' asses. This has been fun, man. The complaints people have had about this lacking story, which is just one completely wrong when you look at everyone involved, are weird to me. This is the best collection of talent that they've had in a War Games match since it's come to the main roster, and yeah, I mean, I'm always happy with a brawl at the end of the show, a brawl that impacts a match result. And I think for the first time in a while, the team that wins the advantage match is actually going to, and not to jump ahead to predictions, but this babyface team is about to get wiped down. Like it's about to be nasty in there. Come Survivor Series.
Let's head over to Survivor Series.
Yeah, Survivor Series time. San Diego, they already got it set up. They never show what the shit looked like 5 days before it airs. They were like, here got a cage, y'all.
Hey man, I don't know what else happened in San Diego. Shit, to be honest with you.
San Diego's pretty chill. I mean, other than like Gaslamp, ain't really much to do out there. But I mean, the beach is nice. San Diego Zoo's cool. I really like San Diego Zoo.
All right, get you some zoo in if you in there this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Petco Park. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, Survivor Series officially. Where do we start with this, Justin?
Let's start with Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella for the Women's World Championship, aka a little heat check match for Stephanie before she gets into Rumble season. Her first
Not a little heat check.
Yeah, well, not really a heat check for her. It's a heat check for Nikki, to be honest with you.
This is Nikki's hometown. Do you think she'll be cheered? Or her build hometown?
People really hate Nikki Bella,
Yo, it's ridiculous. It is what it is. I even went on so we posted it on TikTok. We posted the clip, and the comments were like, no, we hate Nikki Bella because she's terrible. Ugh, she sucks. I was just like, all right, bro, you got it.
Like, damn, bro. Like, come on, like we really need to just have a conversation about like how we treat these legends, man. She never did nothing like super problematic, right? Like why do people hate her? Oh yeah, she did. Oh wait a minute, yeah, she did. She did. Yeah.
Well, listen. She's here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And does she win the Women's World Championship this weekend?
No, absolutely
not.
I think for Stephanie right now, it's like tuning her up to face a lot of people in the midst of her getting to whoever she may be facing at WrestleMania. I would love for them to kick the tires on giving her some bigger opponents, say a Rhea Ripley or somebody, in the coming weeks. I think she really needs that definitive win to really say like, I'm here and I did it. The same way they did for her in NXT multiple times with multiple talent on that show. They should be doing that with her. I think Nikki's not a bad win for her, but I think that in terms of just like current stars, she needs to start kind of racking those up.
She beat a Raquel or something, or what's her face?
Yeah, she beat Roxanne and all of that. But like, to imagine how much bigger it would be for her to beat Asuka, for her to beat, she beat EO, which is a big deal. But like, Rhea could take a loss to Stephanie and nothing would happen to her. Nothing would be lost for Rhea.
Yeah. Nah, people would love that match so much that like we all win, regardless of who actually wins.
Let me ask you this question as we skipping ahead to this: who's Stephanie's WrestleMania match?
Becky.
Yeah, that's the bigger match to me, and I think that's the bigger like mark on Steph's resume. Beating Becky. Like, we talk about Becky, she's the greatest of all time in my mind and many people's minds. So, Rhea's been hot for years. She's the it girl in the division, but Becky is, rare air. So I think that should be the match.
I feel like it's either Becky or Asuka, but because everybody beats Asuka at WrestleMania. Yeah, it might be a rite of passage, to be honest with you.
Asuka seems like an elimination chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Defense.
Could be. It's in Chicago. Not that matters to Asuka.
Next up is John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio for the IC title.
Dominic also from San Diego.
Here's the thing about this match. Depending on where you land and where you sit, do you have Cena go out on 2 losses, go out on a loss and a win, or 2 wins? And
I don't want Dom to have this title back. That's more important.
That's what I'm saying. That's the interesting part. It's like you don't really want him to lose, but he's not wrestling again until December. And if you're going to put it back on Gunther, then who's going to be Gunther for that? Because I don't know many people on the roster, IC title wise, that could match up to him in that sense right now.
Yeah, this is tricky. This is real tricky. I agree. I don't want that title back on Dom. It was fun. The WrestleMania moment was great. The gimmicks, the tricks, the lie, cheat, steal. I get it, but nah. I think Cena should win this. But then it's like, if Cena does beat Dom, because I really don't see it being Gunther beating Cena for it and getting the IC title back. Like, it just wouldn't make sense to send him back down to that division. So I think Cena just relinquishes it. Honestly,
I could see that too.
And honestly, a tournament end of the year, because they're not doing anything anyway. You have a whole 2 months until Royal Rumble. A tournament does make sense to me.
Yeah.
If they do that, if they want to do that. I know having a tournament right after a tournament is a thing, but you got to fill TV time.
Do a little. Here's what Meals Booking would do here.
Okay, whoa! Step back, everyone.
It's not a tournament proper.
It's Meals Booking, y'all.
We just we do qualifying matches for a Fatal 4-Way. Winner of Fatal 4-Way. These Fatal 4-Way will happen on the first Raw of 2026.
Okay.
There's also a Saturday night's main event in January, right?
Oh yeah.
So you could crown the. I mean, if you want to go that long without a champion, which it really isn't that long, but you could crown him there.
Holidays, yeah, you could. I'm going to go with Dominic Mysterio winning, though. I really don't want him to have the belt, but I feel like he's winning this.
Yeah,
John Cena with the shucks.
Even further, but trust me, it's gonna be a lot of chicanery. Ray's gonna be involved. Judgment Day is gonna be involved. It's gonna be a bunch of shit, right? But it's such a big win to have over Dom. But it's like, how many more accolades do you have to give him before you guys just turn him face at this point? You know what I'm saying? Because like, I feel like, think about it like this, right? Finn has been a heel since 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Dom has been a heel since 2022. These motherfuckers are going on 5-6 years of being fucking heels. Something has to like shake up here. And I went over John Cena. I already see the promos now. He's already been that character. He's already been cocky and shit like that. Like, I don't see how the win versus John Cena will like elevate his character on screen as much as it would elevate him in ring.
What if John Cena shakes his hand and says, "I co-sign this guy. This guy's one of the guys." I like they give him, and everyone's like, "This should have been Carmelo."
I mean, so Dom, you're right, Five. Dom has been who he is and would be, but he's never been able to say, "I beat someone the caliber of John Cena." True. So that is a little wrinkle to it.
Amen. I was the last person to beat John Cena. Oh no, Gunther will probably be. All right, we'll see what happens. Who are you guys picking?
I'm gonna pick John Cena.
I want Cena to win, but I do think Dom is gonna end up getting that title back. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Dom.
We'll see what happens.
Then we have the women's War Games match, which I'm sure isn't going to close the show, but rather open it. Actually, no, I'd have Cena open the show, to be honest.
Yeah, why not? You have Cena. Actually, I'm trying to think. They hate Nikki Bella. So it kind of really depends where you put Cena on the show so people don't chant, "That's why Cena left you."
Oh, yeah. Maybe if they're tired after their War Games match, they won't do it.
Yeah. Great job. We booked that. We booked the shit out of
that. So the babyface team: Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee versus Nia Jax, Lash Legend, the Kabuki Warriors, and Becky Lynch. I do not remember who won advantage, but I think it was the heels. Sorry, spoilers. whatever.
Oh, well, I guess you won't say who, but
Nigga said die.
Leave something for SmackDown. Jeez Louise.
Nigga said die.
I mean, put SmackDown on Netflix and just upload the entire thing.
The heels usually win the advantage matches, like, anyways. Like, I think there was that one year, 2022, when Sheamus and Drew won it over the Usos, but then the Bloodline ended up winning. So, like, it's pretty predictable. The heels win the advantage matches most of the time.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be a shock to you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This match is interesting because of the Charlotte Flair factor and the AJ Lee Becky Lynch factor. I'm going into this with my own ideas of who's going to win each match this year, but just going by like just every single year since they've started doing this again, I think they might try and shake things up, especially because of the implications that it will have on the fact that they don't have any more pay-per-views coming out of this afterwards. I think that the women's team is much better. the babyface team and the women are much better than the heel team in terms of just like, no disrespect to Lash Legend. Like, I don't know what she's gonna be doing.
Hey man, clocking them. That's what she's doing. That's what she does. You know what I'm saying?
Clock that T, clock faces.
You think Nia Jax starts off this match again? Goes the full 40?
If they're smart, they wouldn't do that again.
There's no way in my brain I could see a team that has Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Charlotte Flair losing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm pretty sure the faces are picking up the win in this one. I'm interested to see what Io Sky is going to jump off of this time. I'm mostly interested in this thing. I don't know. The War Games, I've said my piece on War Games.
I know. We know you don't like that.
Why do we got to wait for everybody to show up to get it cracking? You know what I'm saying?
Blame Dusty. That's the only reason.
Well, can't hit them all out the park,
Who's getting the pin, though? I feel like AJ Lee pins Becky again.
That's what I'm thinking too. It's that, or it's like Io pinning Asuka, but AJ pinning Becky is way more intriguing.
Yeah, it's an outcome that is rooted in a story, a better and kind of bigger storyline than what's going on there with the other women. To be honest, I think it'll be a bigger match.
I agree. I don't know who's pinning who in this. It could be anybody. There's Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Charlotte Flair on the same team. It could literally be anybody. Or AJ Lee, standpoint. I can see Rhea Ripley just rip-tiding Nia Jax, and it was like, and everyone jumps on top of her, and they all win, and everyone claps it up and laughs, and
that'd be hot.
Makes heart,
that'd
makes heart emojis. You know what I'm saying?
Cornell excited. Don't do that.
One of them. So I could see that happening.
I think the faces are winning.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah.
And then, to me, the most intriguing match, because we're getting cinema for sure. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, we should say CM Punk, Cody Rhodes in the Bloodline.
Who's booking this match? How do you book this match?
Michael P.S. Hayes, brother.
How do you sit down with CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, potentially even Drew McIntyre? I'm sure he's like, Drew McIntyre's on the outside listening in, and Brock Lesnar in this match, and make sure they look strong, but also make sure that they don't look whack?
I don't know. I don't know. We know they have advantage. So like, I think to me, the most sexiest outcome of them having advantage would be for like Brock to start first. But I think that what we're seeing here on both teams is the division of ego. And I think more so, you don't see that more on the heel team than you do for the faces, where it's like you've got the leaders essentially of this team not wanting to defer to each other because for some strange reason, Roman has to be the same character day in, day out. He's still a heel, by the way, guys. And then you have Logan, Drew, Brock, and Logan, Drew, Brock, and the Bronze, like kind of deferring to what Paul Heyman says. Like Paul Heyman's like the clear leader here, right? Like he's the one calling the shots. there's nobody calling the shots on the face team, and I think that's what's going to be their undoing. And I think ultimately why I think the heels are going to win this, probably for like it's the first time since the Bloodline won in 02 or 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because 2023 Cody's team won last year. The OG Bloodline won. So yeah, it's been baby faces dominating.
It's time for the heels to win this one, and I think for the women it's been a little bit more split. So like in a better way than it has for the men. So I think the heels are winning this one, and I think this leads to whatever happens between Roman and his bloodline versus Punk, Cody and Drew, and Brock in between. I think every single person on that poster is going to be in Royal Rumble or in WrestleMania in some way, shape, or form. And wouldn't you know it, all of the people on that poster are in this match.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
something I'm very interested in is like what of Cody, Punk, and Roman, which one do you get the most out of pinning? Like, because everyone thinks, oh, Jimmy's there to take the pin.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Like, I could see H saying, "Nah, yo, Cody, you got to take that," or Punk even volunteering to take it. Because we know how invested he is.
Roman's already. I took a pin already.
Roman only loses to his boys, so like he only loses. Like the only person that be consistently like defeating him is Seth and his cousins. So
well, I think he lost to Bronson, right? I think he lost to Bronson a couple months ago.
That was to further a storyline that was going to end up with him and Seth going at something. So like I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one for sure. But like Seth was still healthy, and ultimately this whole War Games match is like because Seth is injured, because he was supposed to be the one everyone's gunning for, and they can't do that anymore.
Maybe Braun Breaker pin somebody.
I think Drew's gonna pin Cody. I think that's where you're
okay, that could go. We can rock with that.
I don't think Cody's long for that title.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Like I could see him like trying to win it back at Mania. He's got to get his reins up, right? Like he got to start winning them a lot. So let him lose it and then get it back. I would love to see Cody in the Royal Rumble this year. That's why I want to see him lose the title. He's such a good Royal Rumble competitor. Like the 2 Royal Rumbles he was in were so good because of the drama that he brings. It's like going like, you know, even though the second one, it was pretty much clear he was going to win it, it was still a lot of drama there. The first one he won was just like, come on, man. The 60-minute Gunther match, do we forget how like that's like the best Royal Rumble of all time? Like, do people ever forget that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I feel like he loses it I don't think he ends up in the Rumble, believe it or not. I don't know.
Okay.
They haven't done that like person loses and then enters the Rumble later in the night thing in a while, I'm pretty sure.
Since Becky.
Yeah. 29. Damn, it's really been that long? Mm-hmm. Shit.
She lost it to Asuka, then didn't she job out Carmella and took her spot?
I think it was Lana.
Oh, it was Lana. Yeah. He jobbed out Lana and took her spot. And people were mad about that.
Yeah, it was Lana. I think Lana got beat up by Nia Jax, and then Becky comes in, takes her spot.
Yeah,
wins the whole thing in history. Hey, that's Survivor Series. If you had to go back and watch an old Survivor Series pregame for this match, which one would you choose?
Oh man, the honestly, the one where Dolph Ziggler won for the team was probably one of my favorite ones.
2014.
Yeah, nice. that one was actually really good.
It's a good one. That's a real good one.
It's a real good one.
I love Survivor Series 2017. We got New Day versus The Shield, Brock versus AJ, Usos versus The Bar, Charlotte versus Alexa Bliss.
Yeesh.
Yeah, this is a really good one.
I think I'm going to choose, and this is depending on where the hell these pay-per-views are hosted now, because I really honestly do not know. I might go, no, I was going through that one, and that one looked terrible. Oh my God, this one's terrible too. You know what? Go to Survivor Series 2005, because I have it on DVD.
Classic.
That's the one everybody picks. Yeah, can't go wrong with that one. 05,
hey, man,
is a great one.
Batista, Bobby, you couldn't go wrong with this one. Epic team.
If you want a good Cena Survivor Series, 2008 Survivor
Where he
Series.
beats up Chris Jericho.
Yes, for the
Just off rip. He's like, he just returns and beats him for the world title. Just
it was a good match though. It was
no warning.
Well, remember, because he had suffered that herniated disc, and then once again, Super Cena supposed to be out for 6 months, can't get back in like a month.
and just look at this card: Team HBK, Shawn Michaels, the Great Khali, JTG, Rey Mysterio, and Chad Gaspard versus Team JBL, John Bradshaw Ladeful, John Morrison, Kane, The Miz, and MVP. Then we have Team Raw, Beth Phoenix, Candice Michelle, Jillian Hall, Kelly Kelly, and Mickey James versus Team SmackDown, Maria, Maurice, Michelle McCool, Natalia, and Victoria. You had Undertaker versus Big Show in a casket match. You had Team Orton versus Team Batista. This is when he had was this Legacy?
2008, might be a year before.
Yeah. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Mark Henry, Shelton Benjamin, and William Regal versus Batista, CM Punk, Kofi Kingston, Matt Hardy, and R-Truth. You had triple threat match, which I think didn't start as a triple threat match, so I'm not going to spoil it.
It did not start as one.
We had Triple H versus Kozlov, and of course John Cena versus Chris Jericho. So, you know what? I might watch that myself.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long ass time.
So, make sure you guys tune in pregame Survivor Series. Have a great, safe, hopefully food issue Thanksgiving. If you haven't already, our social media manager, Dion, has a GoFundMe up. One of them hooligans where he lives, broke into his car and stole his entire DJ setup. So make sure you guys go to and donate to him. I'll put the link up. I'll put the link up on my Twitter right now. I'll put the link up on the A Show Twitter. Make sure you guys, if you have anything, please donate. This man DJs for the love of the game. And then they stole all his DJ equipment, which is trash. It's just ass, which is disgusting. And when we find you niggas,
oh wow,
spears and tsunamis.
Yeah, some Dipset related. How about that? So yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Thank you, Armon, for joining us on the show this week.
Of course. Thank you for letting me tell you guys that I'm coming on without an invite.
Oh, hey, anytime. Just I was like, is he coming on the show? I don't know. Well, thank you guys for listening and enjoy Survivor Series. We're going to be back next week as we are rolling into the final month of the year. Obviously, John Cena's final match. We're going to have a lot more to talk about and a lot more to announce about what we're doing on that monumentous day and for that monumentous occasion, as well as your end season is coming. So a lot of the news for that is coming out as well. So enjoy your Thanksgiving break. Be safe. Don't eat too much. Get a lot of rest. And we'll be right back with you guys next week with another episode of The A Show. Peace.